Live from the Dr. Jerry Henderson Radio Complex, it's time for Card Guys. And now, here's your host, Anthony Schulte.
Good morning. Thank you, Michael, for the intro as always, and welcome to Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk, Season 4, Episode 28, the grand finale. Coming up today, the Pistons survive another day, forcing a Game 6 with a huge win in New York. The Tigers are struggling in Houston, losing 2 straight. We also celebrate our final episode ever with By the Numbers and more. I'm Anthony Schulte. Joining me as always is my man, Ryan Donnelly. That's why you brought your speaker. Copyright.
And for copyright reasons, that's where I'll stop. Hope your Wednesday is going well. The last time is now, and this is it. The final episode. We've done this 101 times, spanning across a year and a half. I'll get to the sappy stuff at the end of the show, but for the final time, we have a great show for you guys. I hope you enjoy the ride.
Yeah, right next to me, Mr. Michael Rosenkranz.
Yeah, it's been a great ride. Just to think of where we first started to now, we're getting ready to move on to another chapter.
Yeah.
This is a bittersweet moment, but again, we'll save that stuff for the end of the show. We got to get you through the show first. We got a good one for you.
We have a good one for sure. Let's start off with our 3 stars. Michael, why don't you start us off today?
Will do. So my third star, Sebastian Aho of the Carolina Hurricanes. It was a dogfight yesterday. Went to double overtime, and Sebastian Aho scored the game winner. He had 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. He's just always been that clutch player for Carolina. He's in there. He's their star player for a reason, and he gets the job done, putting Carolina up in the series, or I should say, have Carolina moving on to the next round in the playoffs, winning the series over the Devils 4-1. My second star, let's go Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. 35 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists, nearly a triple-double in 34 minutes in the Celtics' demolition of the Orlando Magic, 120-89. The Celtics move on to the next round in the Eastern Conference playoffs, so good on the Celtics for moving on, as we expected the Celtics to move on. The number 1 seed keeps the train rolling.
2 seed.
Yes, the 2 seeds. The 1 seed's the Cavs.
Yes.
I don't know ball. And my first star is going to be Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets. 43 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. I was looking at Nikola Jokic. He had a triple-double, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. When I said he was quiet, it was a fun little jab by Anthony before the air. He says, funny you say he got a triple-double and you consider him quiet.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yes, I agree. The numbers may not be as flashy, but It's still a triple-double nonetheless, and he averages a triple-double.
Yeah, 13 points is a little underwhelming, though, for Jokic, but I mean, when you win, you win. It doesn't really matter.
Exactly. You win, you win. Denver wins 131-115 over the Clippers, and they jump to a 3-2 series lead. Those are my 3 stars.
Ryan?
All right, for my final 3 stars, they go as follows. My third star, I'm going with Kerry Carpenter. Despite a couple weeks ago, him coming down with a leg injury, we all thought, is he going to come back? Is he going to be the same Kerry Carpenter, or is he just going to have a nagging injury the entire time? The answer is he is so back. In the first, and on Monday, he had 4 at-bats. He went 1 for 1 with a homer. And then yesterday, on a 1-2 count, first at-bat of the game for anybody, he hits a dong to right. So Kerry Carpenter gets my third star. My second star, I'm going to go with the first-time star, Brandon Nimmo of the New York Mets. 6 at-bats on Monday, 4 for 4, 2 homers, 1 double, 9 RBIs and a grand slam for Brandon Nimmo. Ties a franchise record with 9 RBIs. Unfortunately, couldn't break the record, but Brandon Nimmo, utter demolition for the Mets on Monday. Frank the Tank was still pretty upset at the 19-5 win, but I digress. And for the final time, my first star, I'm going to go with Asar Thompson. Yesterday, against the New York Knicks, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. He was a terrible plus-minus player offensively throughout the playoffs. And when we needed it most, and we'll talk about it later on in the show, And when we needed him most, he showed up. Offensively, throughout the series, he's been terrible, but he actually showed out. He played offensively and defensively. He's played like the same player he was in the regular season, and we hope we could see that in Game 6 on Thursday. And for the final time, those are my 3 stars. Anthony?
All right, I'll hit mine real quick for one last time. 3rd star, Gleyber Torres. Yesterday, in the loss to the Houston Astros, 3 for 5 with the home run, 3 RBIs, 1 run, and 6 total bases. Just a good day overall for Gleyber Torres. He's been pretty decent this season. Kind of what you expect. He's batting .292 with 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. He's kind of just doing what you'd expect Gleyber Torres to be doing at this point in the season. My 2nd star, Tobias Harris. In the win yesterday, Tobias Harris, 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks at a plus-minus of +7. Fun tidbit, all of the Pistons starters were in plus, all of the Pistons bench was in minus yesterday. So the bench was a consistent plus, or the starters were a consistent plus, the bench was a consistent minus. But Tobias, that was in 43 minutes. He gets my 2nd star and my 1st star. It wouldn't be an episode of Card Guys without this. 1st star, Cade Cunningham.
Who else?
Who else? Cade Cunningham in the win. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, plus-minus of 13. Didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but got to the free throw line, and he made some clutch shots, and he helped facilitate the end of that game and that win and securing a Game 6 berth, if you will, sending the series back to Detroit. So those are my 3 stars. Let's get into the Pistons, shall we?
Why not?
The Pistons won again, as you hear all of Detroit cry out last night. Taking a game at MSG. We're now 4-1 at Madison Square Garden this season, and the Detroit Pistons live to see another day. Getting to a Game 6, forcing a Game 6 in Detroit. That'll be Thursday night. This has been the best series in the playoffs so far.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's a question there.
Nope.
The Pistons are proving that they can hang with anybody. Being able to force a Game 6 in a high-pressure situation and keep your composure and hold on to the lead and hold on to the victory, impressive stuff. You don't see that from these inexperienced playoff teams that often. The Pistons aren't a one-game fluke in the playoffs. They're actually making it competitive, and this series has been damn good. The defense, the physicality, they haven't been high-scoring these games. And, you're starting to see also with New York, Jalen Brunson is injured consistently. Josh Hart goes down with an injury. They're starting to overuse those players a little bit, starting to catch up with them. Happened last year in the playoffs. It's happening this year. Thibodeau loves playing his guys multiple games of barely getting any rest. So you're starting to see that come and haunt them a little bit. This is a time for the Pistons to take advantage. You get to a Game 6, you force a Game 6, you're on your home court. Notoriously this season, we don't really play that well at home compared to the road, but the Knicks are tired, they're beat up, and you have all the momentum now going into Game 6. Force a Game 7. The Pistons have a chance to come back from 3-1 down. I think it's a very realistic chance at that, too.
Yeah. It's very possible that this team can come back 3-1. I think the one thing, or there's 2 things I could take away from this series so far. One, like you mentioned, the Pistons prove that they can hang with the big boys. Every game this series, and we said it on Monday's show, has been extremely competitive. It's been neck and neck. But right now, it's anyone's series, which is my second point. Before yesterday, we all thought, Knicks are going to win, right? No. Pistons took it, and they have all the momentum going into Game 6. So, it's anybody's series at this point. Brunson's hurt. Josh is hurt. Everyone's tired. The Pistons are just not giving up, man. These guys aren't tired. These guys want to prove to their fans that we could win. So, it's anybody's series at this point, I believe. I think yesterday the Pistons, offensively, there were times where they went on droughts, but at the end it really didn't matter. Defensively, we looked very, very stout. But the one thing that did kind of aggrieve me, and I texted my dad about this, JB shouldn't have used that challenge around like the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
He needs to stop. And here's the thing. Before the playoffs, JB's challenges made sense. In the playoffs, they haven't. I mean, you're trying to, get the extra possession. I understand. But when you try to challenge a Tobias Harris clear contact foul on Karl Anthony Towns, it's already going to be overturned. And Sunday proved why you need to keep your challenge, especially when you got screwed on Sunday, but on yesterday you didn't really get screwed. You played the best basketball you could. So JB, chill on the challenges, and when it matters most, just keep it towards the end of the game, the last 2 minutes, especially what happened on Sunday. You need to keep those challenges. But yeah, great win by the boys. Back at LCA on Thursday. It's got to be a fun and exciting rest of the series.
It will be, and I think this is a big opportunity for the Pistons to try and rebound. No NBA team has ever come back from a series down 3-1.
Yeah.
Or have they? No.
Cavs.
Lots of
Cavs
times.
did.
Cavs,
Lots of times.
Pistons.
It just hasn't happened in a long time.
The Pistons. I don't
Warriors.
think. When's the last time it happened?
I don't think it's happened in a long time.
Pistons did it back in 01.
Pistons did it in
Cavs
01.
did it in 2016. Warriors did it in 2016. Rockets did it in 2015 against the Clippers. Or Clippers, no, Rockets did it against the Clippers. Hold on, let me look it up.
Well, while he looks it up, this is just a quick little tidbit about the Pistons while he looks that up.
Sorry to cut you off. The last time that's happened was 2020.
2020.
First round against the Utah Jazz for the Denver Nuggets.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay. Bubble.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Just real quick, one of the problems two of the problems I'm having with the Pistons right now. Can't box out to save our life.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. How many second chance opportunities is New York going to get? And we cannot keep going in these droughts, these 4 to 5 minute stretches where you don't score the basketball. It's happened all season. It's happened every single game in the playoffs. You go on a drought, and all of a sudden New York is back in it, or the opposing team is back in the game. How they might even have a 5-point lead by the time you score. You can't keep going into these droughts. You need to find a way over the offseason to fix this. This cannot be a problem next year. Cannot be a consistent problem. You need to fix this if you're the Pistons, because you cannot be a contender. You can't be winning ball games and be a serious threat in the NBA if you're going to keep going on droughts like this and letting any opponent, regardless of talent or who they are, come back into the game.
Well, the reason you could fix it is get shooting in the offseason. I mean, you have good shooting already, but maybe add a guy like a Tyus Jones to come off the bench if Dennis Schroeder doesn't come back. So you need to get more shooting. I feel like that's one of the reasons why they go on these big droughts. Lack of shooting, just lack of trying to get space for their shooting.
Yeah,
so you got to learn.
I think it's just a lack of effort.
You got to create plays to create better shot opportunities. And like you said, and I think the final reason was they just don't care. I feel like there's times where the Pistons are up by 10.
Get complacent.
Exactly. It's happened all season where the Pistons are up 20, 25 points, and then the other team will come back, and then we're down.
They get bored.
Mm-hmm. We get lazy. We get too pretty, and then that's what happens. It happens for practically. It's not just the Pistons. It's an all sports problem where the teams just are up by so much, and they just play pretty, and the other team just comes back, and now we have a game. So just don't play pretty. Play 100%. I said this at the beginning of the season. Play 100% basketball all the time, and those problems won't happen.
Exactly, and that's probably the biggest reason I thought the Knicks were going to win yesterday. Is it comes full circle to the inexperience that the Pistons have, and their complacency on defense. We've seen it all season, and yeah, you're right about the scoring droughts. They can't happen in the playoffs. Now, if that happens at home, which I'm a little scared if it's going to, because it's been happening consistently all season throughout the playoffs, you got to rely on your defense. I've been very impressed with the defense.
Absolutely.
When the offense has not been there, the defense has stepped up big. And I think that's what this team has been. One of the big identities of this team has been defense. Because I think it's the easiest thing to gel together on is defense and being able to get help down low and just being able to send guys to crash the boards and get blocks. It's big. Now, again, you go home on Thursday. Crowd's going to be electric at LCA. Y'all better pack the LCA if y'all didn't get the memo yet. And just, you got to show out for the home crowd. you gotta, again, I feel like you gotta play angry because you got screwed at home last time. And you just got to go out and just try and force a Game 7 because, I mean, your back's still going to be against the wall. So there's going to be some nerves going into it. I'm still nervous. I unfortunately still think the Knicks are going to pull it off. But if we can force a Game 7, I would not be disappointed.
If you think about it, this series could be 3-2 right now.
It should be.
It
3-2.
should
be
be.
3-2.
Mm-hmm.
If the refs didn't screw out the Pistons would be up, and then we would win at home on Thursday.
Pistons would have a chance to win the series at home.
Ridiculous.
The Pistons have a 9-game home losing streak right now in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously not really getting it done at home over the last 3 playoff series. However, we have a chance to snap that losing streak, just like we have many losing streaks this season. Before we move on to the Tigers, just a little, let's reminisce on the season a little bit, because this is the final episode. We're not going to have time to reminisce on this season, so let's just think back across this season. Nobody expected this to happen with the Pistons.
No.
Nobody expected this. We came into the season. I should probably should have watched the episode before the season started. I think we're expecting maybe 30 wins is a good season. 28, 30 wins. Double your win total, maybe a little bit more than double your win total, and maybe make the play-in. Maybe. If that's ultra successful if you could sneak into the play-in. Fast forward, you triple your win total, you're above 500, you make it to the playoffs, not the play-in, the playoffs, you snap like 50 different losing streaks, and you finally win a playoff game. What a successful A+ season for the Detroit Pistons.
It's been incredible. I mean, nobody in the NBA has done this. Nobody's tripled their win total in 1 year. That just tells you, again, what coaching can do, what putting the right guys around a player can do in Cade Cunningham. And it tells you what an organization who believes in their players and puts their focus on the players first can do. Now, this offseason is where the Pistons have got to go all in. You have got to put somebody else around Cade to continue to retain this level of success. Because JB's going to be here, obviously, next year, given what he's done. He's got to be ready to go and have discussions with Trajan Langdon, Tom Gores, about what we want to do this offseason. I think you got to go all in terms of getting another guy around Cade Cunningham, whether that's Kevin Durant in the offseason.
Kevin Durant.
You got to give up a haul for Kevin.
You got to give up a haul for Kevin Durant.
You got to get somebody that you don't give up a haul for. I think what you got to do first, re-sign Beasley, re-sign Tim, re-sign Schroeder. Bring them back. Bring them all back. And then whatever money you have left or whatever assets you have left, you can use them to go get somebody else on the trade market. I heard Zion Williamson's name is out there. I really want to stay away from Devin Booker. Also, you're going to get Jaden Ivey back. Jaden Ivey could be that piece that's already here. He could be that piece that's already here that you need next to Cade. You might not have to go get anybody else. Just re-sign your guys. Ivey will be back and healthy, and this new-look Pistons team that Ivey sadly couldn't be, part of in this resurgence in the second half of the season, he will be able to join. You're adding 18 points a game. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's your guy that you already have here, So I think that's what the Pistons need to do. Just re-sign your guys and just kind of see where the offseason takes you.
Pistons need to work on three-point shooting, by the way. Consistent, again, atrocious three-point shooting for the Pistons. They're 8 for 29. 27% from three. I mean, come on. Beasley's supposed to be, I think he's a 42% three-point shooter, but the playoffs, I feel like, have been exposing the Pistons' true colors, and it's tough for them to hit threes in these clutch situations. And they need to do a better job of just putting shots on target.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Apologies if you heard that. Springtime allergies is going around.
You go from 77 to 30 degrees.
It's ridiculous.
Good Lord.
The one thing that I do hate, it's Michigan weather. I think...
And I'm hungry, too.
I think no matter what, win or lose this series, this season already has been an A+. I think you tripled your win total. You have an MVP, an MIP, future MVP candidate, and Coach of the Year candidate on your team, a Sixth Man of the Year candidate, just all defensive team player, all NBA players. Just this season has been incredible, and JB and Trajan turned this season all around, and I don't think Tom Gores gets the recognition that he deserves because he ate his words with Monty and Troy, and then he fired them, and we got Trajan and JB, and look at what happened. 45 wins, 3-2, 44?
44.
44 and 38.
44 wins. You won 2 playoff games. Now you can go back and home and just basically break yet another drought. Really, the only losing streak you still have is the Bucks. So that's a next year problem when they suck.
Yeah.
Well, the Bucks were eliminated by the Pacers.
They were, and that
They're
means
gonna blow it up.
And that means it's today MIP's Cade's Award's going to be announced today. But I think
Is it?
Oh
boy.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, most improved player is
Oh,
going to
boy.
be announced today.
That's something
the
for
key
tonight.
NBA Rookie of the Year, by the way, was Stephon Castle.
Yes,
that was
not
announced.
surprised. He deserves
No,
it.
not surprised.
When it
Dude's
comes
electric.
to the off season, I don't think you need to go in on anybody. I think I look at a team like the Bucks where they went all in on a player like Dame, and now they're at this crossroads in this in their franchise where you haven't really won crap since your finals win in 2021, and your best player's contract is just ticking and ticking and ticking, and Damian Lillard's just nagging with injuries. So I think, like, I see a team like the Bucks, they might blow up, and they have no assets, and they have no future, and they're going to be 15th in the East next year probably. I don't think you need to go in on anybody. I think what you need to do is, like Anthony said, re-sign Beasley, re-sign Schroeder, re-sign Timmy. Maybe get a guy like Tyus Jones, possibly. Maybe invest in the trade market. We have some good bench pieces like Simone Fontecchio and Dennis Jenkins and Tolu Smith that we need to get rid of. So I think keep the core guys. When I mean the core guys, I mean Ivy, Cade, Duran, Stewart, Asar, Ron, Beasley, Tobias, Schroeder. I'll keep all those guys. But like with Simone and Denise and all those other bums, Sasser, I think it's time to, sorry, Dad, I think it's time to move on. And I leave you all with one thing and one thing only.
Basketball! Yes, sir.
There it is.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Ryan. All right. So that's the Pistons. They play tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, I'm assuming.
7:30, I believe.
7:30 in
is
Detroit?
what I saw.
Hold on.
I believe it's
never play it.
7:30.
It's 7:30.
No, please, God, no.
Why?
Oh, great. Yeah, this is the first time there's been a 7:30 Pistons game in Detroit in years.
Oh boy,
It's usually always 7. God,
They're bringing it back.
But
They're
it's
really
the
bringing
weekend,
it back.
though. Like, there's no reason to complain. Like, what's going on?
I prefer 7 o'clock games.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Especially
But
because
it's
going to
give me, lucky for me, it's going to give me a little bigger window when I go home tomorrow night.
Yeah, it does give you a bigger window.
To get home so that my dad and I can sit down and watch
There you
Game
go.
6,
All
which
right,
will be fun.
Yep, Game 6 tomorrow at 7:30. I have been corrected because I assumed it would be normal. 7:30, Pistons and Knicks in Game 6. Hopefully, Pistons can force a Game 7. We'll have some fun with that.
Hopefully.
All right, the Tigers. We must talk about them, even though they are struggling.
Yeah.
Last 2 games, giving up a lot of runs, 8 and 6 respectively. A little bit of a bump in the road right now. You lost the series already, trying to avoid your first sweep of the year, right? Or no, or did we get swept by?
We got swept by the Dodgers.
Swept by the
Swept by
Dodgers.
Okay, never mind then. However, trying to avoid the sweep. You've been competitive all season, and the thing I'm noticing with these games, you get the early lead, you pounce early, and then later in the game, Houston attacks, and Houston attacks hard. And it seems as if they keep piling on runs and runs and runs and runs. Towards the end of the game, what?
No.
Nothing.
You're good. Go ahead.
What?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. Keep going.
We'll have to replay the clip later, but I think you said something about Houston attacks hard, and I think Ryan said that's what she said.
Oh boy.
So we're making these jokes in the last show.
Why not?
It's the final time. Why not, right?
It is.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
The bullpen's been getting lit up practically the last 2 games. Not been the best performance from them. Not holding your starters in there and not backing up your starters well in these last 2 games. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been box score watching most of the games because Pistons. What was Monday?
Raw.
Yeah, Raw. Thank you, Raw. So there's been things on at the same time. I've tuned in. I've seen things here and there. I've kept up with the team, but I haven't really been watching like that. But still, maybe I need to watch the whole game today, which I will.
Maybe you do. Maybe you
Because
should
there's
skip
gonna be
Raw
nothing
or watch Raw after the Tigers so we can start winning again.
Yeah, if we win today, I'm gonna blame it on me not watching.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we all had an excuse because nobody's watching because of the Pistons.
Yeah,
Right.
So,
I watched Raw over.
I was
Monday
locked
is
into
no
the Pistons.
excuses. I watched the Tigers. I watched the whole thing on Monday, working on Card Guys by the Numbers. But the Astros wanted revenge from the AL wild card, man.
Yeah. I mean, we won when it mattered.
Yeah, that's true. But I will say, Monday, I will blame the loss on Brandon Hannafy. He was horrible. But yesterday, I don't really know who I could blame because I didn't watch. But Brendan, I could blame Monday officially on Brandon Hannafy. He's been horrible all season long. Bats were fine the past couple days. I mean, we had a Riley homer and 2 torque bombs and a Glaber bomb. And then, Javi's production has still been on the up and up. So, I mean, it's offensively we've been doing fine. It's just our bullpen has given up crap to the Astros.
Bullpen's giving up a lot of runs.
Yep, we're giving up runs to the Ass Turds. Taking a look at the
That's a name for him.
All right.
At the next series, our final series preview, we got the Angels. Now, if we get swept today, it doesn't matter because we got both the Angels and the Rockies up next. And
Wow. Okay.
And thank goodness that
4-game series with the Angels.
Thank goodness that we're playing the Angels and the Rockies because those are the series during finals, and I do not have time to watch the Tigers. So it's against the 2 worst teams in the MLB. I'm fine with that.
You got to go on the road, though, I think, for both games.
Yeah.
Or for both series, which will be tough.
No projected pitchers for
That's
the
kind of
Angels
shocking.
series yet. But if I had to guess, it would be Mize, Skubal, Montero, and Flaherty. But you got Jackson Jobe on the mound, and then AJ Blue-Blah. I don't know his name.
Blue ball.
He has a 0 ERA. I think he's making his season debut.
He is.
But yeah, let's try and avoid the sweep. Let's get another win going into these series to get momentum. But no excuses on Monday with Brandon Hannafy when your offense showed out and then your bullpen just gave up a bunch of runs to the Astros. They're still cheaters.
I will say there's nothing in the way of me watching today, so hopefully I can do my part.
I will be right here outside this complex in this very newsroom right here, trying to write sports stories for today's program later today, Sports Central. That is the final show of this semester as well. So it's going to be an emotional day for me, but we will be watching the Tigers out here on a totally legal and paid-for site in FanDuel Sports Detroit.
Streaming services are a mess.
Yeah, they're a mess. But I think what is interesting yesterday about the Tigers is there's no reason to overreact. We're still in a good spot. But the bullpen, to me, has still been a little bit of a worry.
Yeah.
Because you have some names that aren't too experienced in the bullpen. You have Kenta Maeda, who,
It's
again,
terrible.
I love
him
my
off this
athletes
team.
from Japan, but I don't know why he's still on this baseball
How do
team.
you say "get out of here" in Japanese?
Oh, boy.
Get off my team in Japanese.
I can't remember that one. Is my man looking up the Google Translate?
Or I
ここ
can.
から出ていけ。ここから出ていけ。ここから出ていけ。
Okay.
ここから出ていけ。ここから出ていけ。
That means get out of here. in Japanese, courtesy
私
of...
のチームから去ってください。
That means get off my team in Japanese.
Alrighty.
私のチームから去ってください。
私のチームから抜けてください。
私のチームから去ってください。
Oh, gosh.
What is
I
going
don't know.
What is going on?
Hey, Kenta Maeda, I have one thing to tell you.
私のチームから去ってください。
Show's a mess.
Oh, boy.
So
Glad this is the last
so
one.
we've turned this into, we've had, what have we had? A phone fall off the tripod.
Yep, that
some
happened earlier.
innuendos, and now a Japanese Google Translate lesson.
Yeah, Duolingo.
We have the Duolingo going. Awesome. Anywho,
Anyways,
I think the bullpen has shown their weak spots. When your starters can get you a good, solid outing. Reese Olson had a solid outing yesterday until he
Yeah, he did.
sort of lost control of his command later in the game. I think it's just you can chalk it up to fatigue because, I mean, starting pitchers are going to get tired. They're human. And he gave up 3 runs. He gets pulled from the game in the 7th inning. 3 more runs are given up by... I'm trying to remember who it was. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Chase Lee
On
who
Monday?
came in for relief.
yesterday or Monday?
Yesterday.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yesterday.
I could check.
And then it became 6-2, and then Glaber hit that garbage time
Will
home run in
Vest?
the 9th. Will Vest.
Who's Vest?
I think it
Wow,
was Will
that's
Vest.
very
Yeah.
surprising.
Will Vest, who's been mainly designated as our closer this season.
He's been good.
He's been good, but even the best show their true colors.
The best
but-
is Will Vest.
Exactly.
Will Vest only had 1 given up run this entire season until yesterday.
Oh, wow. That's right, he did. So, yeah. I don't think it's still a reason to overreact. The offense has been up and down. Because it's a thing, I mean, it's a thing in baseball. It's very tough to hit a baseball, and you can have off days. And the offense can fizzle out, and unfortunately that's what's been happening for the Tigers these last few games. Got to try and take the last one today. You got to try and build momentum when you go to Anaheim for the game tomorrow because Tigers aren't getting any rest, and I think that's been playing a big factor too. The Tigers haven't been getting any off days, so they're going to be tired. They're going to be petered out for a little bit, and then after this, they're going to hop on a plane, go to California for a 9:38 start, I think, on the West Coast. So, I mean, you're going to have a quick turnaround. So, got to try and take the last one from the Astros today. Get your revenge on the up and up.
All right, so the Tigers, they're playing today, 2:10 p.m. Eastern in Houston, the final game of the series. You know what would be a great way to celebrate the Pistons reaching Game 6?
I thought you were
of
going to wait until Card Guys
Eastern
by the Numbers to do
Conference
this yet.
playoffs round 1.
Oh.
That would be a great way to celebrate and enjoy that game responsibly.
Well,
of
you
course.
know what? You guys were in club seats, and I thought it couldn't get any better than that. But do tell, what is it?
Enjoying a nice ice cold linen kugel.
Oh!
Chef, take it away for the final time.
Nothing sexier than a girl drinking a line cooler.
Thanks, Shep!
All right, so felt good to do it one last time, huh,
It
boys?
sure did.
All right, coming up after this break, we have Card Guys by the Numbers and our final send-off here on this grand finale episode of Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. You're watching Card Guys Detroit Sports Talk. We'll be back right after this.
Sports cards, signed jerseys, signed helmets, and more. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles is your one-stop shop for all things the hobby. Make sure to check them out down Mission Street in Mount Pleasant, right past Meyer. Miller's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Join Michael Rosenkranz,
Sports take precedence over academics.
I agree, but
Ryan Donnelly,
Corbin Burns, who is their big ticket J13 item. Scooble is with us. Scooble's our big ticket
Did
J1.
you just call Tarek Scooble James?
and Anthony Schulte.
I have an issue.
You have.
There is no break. It's a constant grind. It's an unbreakable cycle.
Yeah, it's
As they navigate through the Detroit sports landscape. Live Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 a.m. on 101.1 The Beat in Mount Pleasant and at 11 a.m. on YouTube.
Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk.
Welcome back, Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk. Ryan Donnelly, Michael Rosenkranz, and Anthony Schulte here with you on this grand finale episode of Card Guys, Detroit Sports Talk.
On Hope Day?
Hope
Day? Guess what day it is? Sorry.
Guess what day it is? So Ryan, as always, with all of our finales, has put together his Card Guys by the numbers.
By the numbers.
So
By the numbers.
there you go. So Ryan, go ahead,
Time
take it
to
away.
take position. Transformers, transform.
Why do you always go over there?
Because I'm doing trivia again.
Oh, we're doing trivia?
Kind of.
Oh, okay. What a surprise.
This will fill time.
Well, I mean,
This will fill time. That's good.
I mean, it's not like trivia. It's, you remember how I did it last season? Where I
don't
said,
even remember what I
think
did.
Guess the number. You know,
I think it was Card Guys. It was guess the number, and I thought you threw in some who said it too.
I didn't do it this time. 'Cause
Okay.
for my sanity.
Dang it.
You know what? That's fair.
All right. Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right. Good morning / afternoon / evening, and welcome to the final edition of Card Guys by the Numbers. In this segment, we recap how we did statistically. The segments I have included are total views, total guests, total topics, and finally, the 3 stars medals. I think we know who the gold medal is. For this edition, I added a little twist. I will tell you guys the final stats from Season 4. However, given the fact this is our final episode, I included overall stats as well.
Nice.
So,
That's really interesting.
well, I mean, for views I did. Everything else. So, let me explain what I did. So, for views I did Season 4 and overall. For guests I did overall. For topics I did overall. And then for Card Guys Olympic medals I just did this season. So, I'm going to do some trivia with you two.
Okay.
I'm going to quiz you guys on this thing. Instead of just telling the fans and just making it boring, I want to make it a little competitive.
Okay.
So, if I'm going to ask... Shoot.
Jeez.
I didn't
What's good,
expect
Plankton?
that. Sorry, Plankton. Sorry,
I felt
guys.
my heart stop.
So, I'm going to ask you guys a question.
There's no production value in this show.
If you guys get a question wrong, you're going to hear this. Beware.
Okay.
If you guys get it right, you get this answer.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, are you guys ready to play?
We are
What's
ready.
up with Plankton?
I don't know. Let's take a look at total views. I won't... Okay, never mind. I'll quiz you on this. Total views from Season 4. If you get it in between 100, you get the point. I'll start with the person who can guess my birthday first.
Hold on.
Don't look at my birthday.
I'm not.
I know what your birthday is.
25th of November.
Nope.
What?
22nd of November.
It's the 22nd. Michael goes first, for this one at least. Then we're going to alternate. Total views, in between 100.
Anthony, what are you doing?
Some calculations.
No! Put the phone
It's
away!
a calculator.
Put the phone away!
I have to do math. Look. Look at. There's not. It's all it is real. There's nothing. Look. There's nothing. I'm not
Are
looking.
you
at
going
anything.
on the show and typing in every number?
No.
No.
It was a generalization.
He's
Use
doing
the math up
he's
here,
doing
Oos.
general math,
Yes.
which that's fine. I'm just
Mental
keeping
math.
you on your toes.
Fine.
So total views for Season 4.
Season 4.
I'm gonna guess 1,300.
I'm gonna guess 1450.
The correct answer, as of April 28th, 2025, at like 11 p.m. 2,214.
Wow.
Oh, we're way off.
Wow.
Yeah,
Never been happier to be off. We got over 2,000 this season.
2,000.
Wow.
And it's still growing.
That's awesome.
Next question.
Yeah.
How many overall, and out of the 100 episodes, I'm not including this one right now, but out of the 100 episodes in Card Guys history, how many total views have we had?
Wow.
Again, in between 100.
In between 100.
Making it tough.
You really are making this tough. Total
Call me
views.
Mackie.
Yes.
Call me Warman.
All right, I got my guess.
All right. Go ahead. 'Cause it is your turn.
I'm going to say 5,500.
Michael?
That buzzer is so loud.
Sorry, I'll turn it down.
No, it's just funny. It's just funny. I'm gonna go 6,000. Dang it.
The answer, and this surprised me, 8,623.
Wow.
623.
All right.
Man.
All right.
We almost to 5 figures, guys.
Yeah, maybe we should do another season.
I
think we should do another season.
think we really
Our most
should.
viewed episode in season 4. This is not some trivia. This is just some basic information. Season 4 was episode 9 with 197.
Oh, you almost got to 200.
Our least viewed episode, excluding the past episode, was episode 25 with 25 views.
Yep.
Now,
that was a
next.
stinker.
No, I actually won't do trivia for this one. Most viewed overall episode was season 3, episode 16, with 267 views.
What was
now,
that one about?
I don't remember.
Okay.
If I pull up the playlist, I could tell you
something
what it was
about like the Lions, maybe Pistons season preview. I don't know.
Yeah, we could pull up the playlist and we can delve back into.
Here, just go to videos.
If you go to videos and go most popular, then that's how I found out.
I just click on the season 3 playlist and it's the season 3 Christmas finale.
Jingle bells.
Oh yes, there it is.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way.
Yes, it was when Lions won or was it the one the Lions won the division?
Nope.
No, but
November.
it was. I think it was during the time when the Lions got great separation in the division.
I think we beat somebody.
And we talked about the Pistons winning, Red Wings, and NFL Week 9.
Week 9, who was that? I think that was the Packers. It may be the Packers that
Oh
week.
yeah,
I think you're right.
Because week
yes.
10 was the Texans, and we won on that walk-off comeback. Anyways, now it's time for some more points. It's currently 0-0. Our least viewed video overall. What episode was that? Do you guys want a hint?
Season 1.
It was season 1.
Yeah.
What episode was it?
Episode 6.
Michael?
I don't know.
Season 1, Episode 4.
It was season 1, episode 11.
Really? How many views?
Take a guess.
6.
Michael?
Just can't get over that buzzer. 8.
The correct answer. Now, I did go back to some Card Guys by the numbers in the past, and we did least view video from, I think, season 2. I think I combined season 1 and 2, and it was the same episode. The last time, I think it was 8 views. We actually rose to 11.
Oh wow.
Oh,
okay.
So 3 people have clicked on that video since April of 2024. All right, so that's views. Taking a look at guests/hosts. This won't be trivia, but Calvin Custance showed up once on the pilot.
Yeah, he did.
That's right, he did.
I am counting this one. Derek Steele was on once via the phone without swearing.
Oh, I thought you were
Without
about to say,
swearing,
I thought
tell
you were
us
about
your
to say
Bills
something
prediction.
else.
Dan Miller, voice of the Detroit Lions,
Yes.
he was on once. That was cool.
That was cool.
Johnny
Awesome.
Kane,
Yeah, that was cool.
cool blank dude was one. Omari Sankofa was on twice. He was
There
our
he
most our most recent appearance and our most reused guest when it comes to
Twice.
non-card guys. Tyler Brazel was on twice.
There it is.
Isaac, this is going to be a trivia question. How many times overall? And I'm not talking season 4. Overall, seasons 1 through
11.
4.
Fudge.
Michael?
I'm gonna say.
I'll give you a hint. It's the same number as Doug. And I told
Really?
I told Isaac this on Monday, and he was like, "There's no way I've been on that many times." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you have."
That's crazy.
Combined for all 4 seasons.
I gotta think about this because Doug was on season 1,
A lot.
and there were 20 episodes in season 1.
Yes.
I was on there for 7 of them. And I'm gonna go. Fudge. 15?
Wow.
15 times Isaac Hamilton has showed up on this show.
Let's go!
And I said it's the same amount as Doug. Doug has shown up 15 times. Now, when it comes to the 3 of us, In third place, Michael, as a late bloomer, he showed up 88 times.
Okay.
Myself, 99, because this includes today, by the way, 99. As you guys know, I did miss 2 episodes because I was in the Dominican Republic. I miss it. And Anthony has not missed an episode 101 times.
I got to think about this really quickly because my first episode was on season 1, episode 10.
Your birthday. Well, your first full-time episode was your birthday.
Yes, and then I did 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, so 7. There's 27 episodes in season 2, so that's 34.
Do you not trust his math?
There's 26 episodes in season 3, which I missed 1, so 59. And this is 28. So would that be 87 or 88?
I'm counting today. This would be 88.
He's counting today's show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's guests/hosts. Let's go with topics. So the first 4, for the first 4 are the ones that we've talked about the most, and then the last 4 are Detroit sports. That's where more points will be distributed. So we talked WNBA once. We talked Michigan 5 times.
Really?
And you know what here was sad? We talked CMU 5 times.
Well,
The school that we go to, we talked
is a
about the
Detroit
same amount as the
sports
school we don't
talk
go
show.
to. Fair enough. We talked about the World of Wrestling Entertainment 7 times.
Yes. Good.
So that's various topics we talked about in the past.
That was a late bloomer, too.
There's more, but I didn't cover them because I'm tired. Detroit sports. I'll tell you the team, and you got to guess the view. How many times we talked about them. This is overall.
Oh, boy.
And I will say first and second aren't even close. In fourth place, the team we've talked about the least, the Detroit Hockey Red Wings.
Really?
How many times have we talked Detroit Hockey Red Wings?
And this is overall, correct?
Overall, seasons 1 through 4.
Wait a second. I got the last one right. Am I guessing first or is Anthony?
Whoever says it first.
46. Dang it.
I'm going to go 51.
Michael, if you subtracted 10, you'd be right. 41.
Oh, for
Yep. For the Tigers, who came in third, how many times did we talk Tigers? Baseball Tigers.
55.
This is overall.
Production value is at an all-time high.
Oh, yeah, it is.
62?
The correct answer for Mr. Jackie Robinson, 42.
Oh, okay.
Now, in second place, I think it's kind of obvious it's the Detroit Football Lions. How many times did we talk Lions?
I'm going to say 58. It's probably way more than that.
This is overall. So I'm
No,
gonna
it's
go,
probably way more than 50. I don't know why I said
Michael?
58.
This is overall.
Because he said they weren't close at all.
I'm going...
Well, I said first and second aren't even close.
I'm going to go 85.
Way off, both of you.
Really?
46.
Wow.
What?
All right.
Okay.
Overall?
Overall.
Out of 101
We
episodes?
talked the Lions 46 times.
Why doesn't that add up for me?
I don't...
But okay.
All right.
I trust you.
All right. And first, by a wide margin. And what I mean, wide margin, are the
basketball
Pistons. How many times have we talked the Pistons?
I don't know if I'm ready.
90.
I don't know if I'm ready to hear this number. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna break triple digits. 100.
We talked the Pistons a depressing amount of 75 times.
Oh,
So,
man.
if you think about it, 74.8% of the time we talk the Detroit Pistons on this show. 74.8%. The Pistons, out of the 101 shows,
And you gotta figure it's probably more than that.
we have not talked there. Out of the 101 shows, we did not talk about the Pistons 25 times.
Okay. Also, it's probably more than 75% because of how long we talk about the Pistons.
I'm talking about just as a topic.
I know, but I'm gonna say like screen time too.
Yeah, for sure. But
Oh
this
my
is a when I saw the total, I was like, this is a Pistons show. This is not a Detroit sports show. It's a Pistons show.
It doesn't seem like...
Because guess who makes the topics? And guess who's the Pistons fan?
Okay, but it seems like every single episode we talk about more than just the Pistons. We talk about all the other teams, too.
We do.
But like 70% of the time, 70% of the show is the Pistons.
Because they played during the show.
So are the Tigers, Lions, and Red Wings.
Not as much.
Okay, I'm losing. All right, time for the moment you've all been waiting for.
Preparing the Krabby Patty.
I was talking about the card guys. All right. So we have a gold, silver, and bronze. I'll get to that in a minute. Would you like to hear every single star we've had in Season 4?
Yes. Absolutely.
All right. There's 155 of them.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Well, that makes sense. 9 times 100, or 9 times 28 is a big number.
Yep.
So.
All right. The Rock, Jahmyr Gibbs, Tom McClellan, J.B. Bickerstaff, Albert Johansson, Dylan Larkin, Tim Hardaway Jr., Lions defense, Cade Cunningham, 2025 Detroit Pistons, Unis Jurasevich, Jamal Murray, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kyrie Irving, Vladimir Tarasenko, Donovan Mitchell, Malik Beasley, Scoot Henderson, Marcus Sasser, Michigan Weather, Brian Jonga, C.J. McCollum, Matt Rempe, Quinton Heddy, Jalen Duren, LeBron James, James Harden, Nikola Jokic, Cam Talbot, Nick Richards, Saquon Barkley, NFL, NBA officials, Andy Reid, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Elder Solderblom, Andrei Shmesnikov, Tyrese Maxey, Lucas Raymond, Amen Thompson, J.J. Peterka, Tage Thompson, Marco Casper, Little Isaiah Thomas, Anthony Davis, Ron Holland, Alex Lyon, Kyler Vanderjack, Alex DeBrincat, Trey Murphy, Jalen Brunson, Patrick Kane, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Sweat, Jalen Hurts, Phil Myers, Matty Morrison, Ayanna Darrington, Jess Lawson, Austin Reeves, Tobias Harris, Cooper DeJean, Evan Mobley, DeMar DeRozan, Nassar Thompson, Scotty Barnes, Isaiah Stewart, Stephanie Vauquer, Tyler Hero, Maddie Skrepsky, Kylie Delray, sorry if I apologize if I mispronounced that name. Kylie Delray.
Don't disrespect my girl, Maddie.
Mac McClung, Steph Curry, Trajan Langin, Aiden Hutchinson, Kirby Joseph, Dave Montgomery, Panay Sewell, Nick Robertson, CMU Women's Basketball, Dylan Dingler, Alex Ovechkin, Denise Jenkins, Jason Tatum, Jacoby Haiti, Diana Taurasi, Carrie Carpenter, Simon Edvinson, Riley Green, Luka Doncic, Jalen Williams, Anthony Edwards, Wyatt Johnson, John Cena, Layla Kaler, Celia Dowes, Peter Mrazzi, Dusty May, Trey Donaldson, Colt Keith, Desmond Bain, Quentin Grimes, Zach Heyman, Kawhi Leonard, Desiree Kyles, Glaber Torres, Simone Fontecchio, LJ Kaysen, Terry Skubal, Roddy Gale, Walter Clayton Jr., Tyrese Proctor, Andrew Wiggins, Casey Mize, Carly Slyman, Grace Koenig, Spencer Torkelson, New York Yankees, Maggie Merrill, Sky DePrado, Aaron Judge, Ellie De La Cruz, Columbus Blue Jackets, CMU Baseball, CMU Softball, the 7 to 9 hole hitters for the Tigers, Ozzy.
Now, which 7 to 9 hitters were we talking about?
I'm not done yet. Ozzy Fudd, Julio Jones, Jack Flaherty, Javi Baez, Zach McKinstry, Zach Edey, Tigers 4th inning, Pete Crow Armstrong, Rory McIlroy, Toilet Lou Smith, Bobby Clipman, Justin Rose, Lindy Watchers III. Lindy Watchers III, please. Cole Anthony, Brewers defense, Dylan Strobe, Anthony Black, Jimmy Butler III, Toronto Maple Leafs, Cincinnati Red, Paulo Banchero, L.A. Kings. Yeah, Matthew Boldy, Paul Reed, Dennis Schroeder, Hakeem Butler, Eugenio Suarez, Leon Draisaitl, Andrei Shmesnikov, Brandon Nimmo, and Sebastian Aho. Any names that pop out?
Nick Richards.
Nick Richards.
What did Nick Richards do to deserve a star?
We're going to have to go back in the archives.
I will
Season
say
4 and watch.
that this list is extremely diverse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Had a wide range of sports and of many different athletes.
All right.
There.
It's time for bronze, silver, and gold. I will say 2 things about this. Last time there was a bunch of ties. I can confirm nobody tied. So
Okay.
everybody has their own individual podium. And they're all from the same team.
No way this is about to happen. No way this is about to happen.
Yup.
What?
They're all from the same team.
Ain't no way.
All right.
No.
Are you ready
What do we
for
got?
bronze medal? Drum roll. All right, that's not it. All right. Coming in third with 6 times mention.
Beasley.
JD.
Oh, Durant.
Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren.
Okay.
Is our bronze medal for this season. Drum roll for silver.
That's probably shaking the camera.
It probably is.
In second place with 7,
It's either Beasley or Tobias.
Malik
Yep.
Shibby Beasley.
Shibby?
Shimmy.
Shibby.
Shibby. Please reach out to Shibby. Jeffy. All right, I think we know who gold is. Drum roll for just time's sake. All right, cut it off. Oh gosh, are you guys ready for this number?
No.
Coming in first. With 19. With 19 times as
That
our
means
star.
19 out of 28 episodes, Cade Cunningham was a star.
Yep, I don't even have to name it. It's Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham
That is
is
hysterical.
the gold star.
Wait.
Back to back. So our overall gold stars in this show's history.
Cade Cunningham was a star 68% of the time this season.
Holy cow. So our gold medalist overall for Card Guys is Cade Cunningham and Parker Meadows.
They're tied still?
Well, I mean, he was a star.
They were
for
tied from season 3.
But overall, our gold
What did
medalist.
Parker Meadows do?
He had that late season just
Yeah.
resurgence and
Yeah.
just could not be stopped.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was Card Guys by the numbers.
By the number.
By the numbers.
All right, time to move back.
All right. Well,
What a segment.
that was interesting. That was funny. That was good. Good work, Ryan. As
And we
always.
say we're a Detroit sports talk show.
We are.
We are
We
not.
are.
We are a Pistons show.
All right. Well, I think we're out of topics.
Well,
So,
I don't
yeah,
wanna
we've
I wrote a little something.
I don't
We've-
want to be out of topics.
we've reached the hour mark, but it doesn't mean we're done. Ryan has something prepared.
I made a little speech. I expected them to make a speech.
I'm
So
going
I
off
have,
the dome.
I have a little something.
You have
as
a little
well.
something. Well, Michael, you can go first.
I have to sneeze.
Go
I
sneeze.
can't sneeze.
Oh,
Sneeze.
Never mind.
If you guys want to say what you need to say first, go ahead, because mine's going to be like 4 or 5 minutes long.
Michael, go ahead.
okay. I guess I'm going
mine's
first.
a 1600.
Well, I'll first start off by saying, wow, what a journey! It's been a heck of a ride. 101 episodes. I never thought I would get this opportunity. You know, just being somebody who joined on campus a couple years ago as a transfer back in the fall of 23, and I was trying to find my way around campus, and lo and behold, in one of my first classes that I ever had in the School of Broadcast and Cinematic Arts. The school of Communication, Journalism, and Media. I had a class with these guys, and I don't know if you can see them because they're off screen right now, but
No, it's just for
give you your gold.
but they are still here. I had a class with them, and they wanted to start a show called Card Guys. And it was a show where we would discuss Detroit sports. I joined late. My first episode was Season 1, Episode 10. And then I took a break for about 4 episodes. And then since Season 1, Episode 15, I've only missed 1 episode. And I can confidently say that these 2 years have been arguably the best 2 years of my life. I owe it to you guys for giving me a chance on this show, for inviting me on back in Season 1, Episode 10, and not only that, making me a permanent co-host for this show. I owe it to you guys because I love Detroit sports just as much as you do. And to be able to hang out with you guys every Monday, Wednesday morning, to talk Detroit sports with these guys. There's nothing like it, and words can't describe how much I'm going to miss this show. I wish it could continue on for as long as it can, because I love waking up early in the morning to talk sports and to talk about something we're passionate about, and more importantly, bring content to you guys that you love. Try not to get choked up here.
Sorry, Mike.
It's tough, and it shows that although we're three college individuals who yap about Detroit sports, we do have feelings. And today, as much as it hurts to say goodbye, I mean, it's a hard day. It's a hard day. But you know what? We had a blast doing what we did with this show. We're an award-winning program here at CMU, and I'm very proud of the work that we all put in to this show. Thank you guys so much for your support all these 2 years. We hope to see you around in the near future, hopefully with some other episodes or maybe some plans during the summer that we could come up with. But just in closing, thank you guys for your support all season long. This show means so much to me, to all of us, and for that we are truly, truly grateful.
Yes, sir, Mike.
Let's go, Mike.
Man,
All right.
That was tough.
Do you want to say something, Matt?
Yeah, I'll say something.
Go ahead, Michael.
All right, folks. How we doing? I came to this school, trying to pursue a broadcast career. Obviously, that's not really come to fruition as I'm going into the teaching industry now. Who would have thought that would happen? But I came into this place knowing I wanted to continue something I did in high school. I had a radio show, 2 radio shows in high school, podcasts, radio shows, same thing. And I wanted to do the same thing because I missed it, and I wanted to continue doing it. So just trying to find ways to get. I knew they had a radio station here, and I knew that it would be possible. First off, big shout out to Michael France. Without him, this show doesn't exist. And he was able to give us the time slots that we wanted and we needed. He was able to give us the creative freedom, and he was able to basically let us spread our wings and do this thing. And it started with an audio file and a thumbnail I made in Canva in 5 minutes. It's gone from that to a full-fledged video production over the last 3 seasons. And coming into it, I knew I didn't want to do it just by myself, because a show with one doofus talking for an hour isn't really going to do that well, and it's not going to be that interesting, and can't really build that. So I met Ryan way before school even started at a Pistons draft party, and we both were coming in for the same thing, broadcasting at the time. Now we're going into something different, same thing though, which is kind of crazy, but I knew I wanted to do something with somebody else. So I asked him, do you want to do a radio show together? Because we both kind of wanted to do the same thing. He wanted to start some sort of show. I wanted to start some sort of show. Why not do it together? And, the name Card Guys, we don't talk about cards. That's the thing. We don't talk about cards anymore. We used to. I was planning on bringing in some of mine today, but obviously I forgot them. But we used to. And this show was kind of named after our group chat that we made with me and Ryan in it. Eventually Michael
and
joined.
Isaac and Cal
I was going to get there. Isaac,
Sorry.
Cal, Doug, it started out there. We just talk about sports and cards. And that's what we wanted the show to be about, just talking about basically the group chat in a show. That's what it was. That's why it's called Card Guys. And that's why we added Detroit Sports Talk after it, because we kind of understood that the name didn't really tell the story of the show. But with that context, the name makes sense. So we started, season 1, just kind of going through the motions, just kind of testing the waters. And then I had the brainiac idea to include video and start making graphics. And thus the Card Guys video era was born. And ever since then, it's been a blast. It's been a lot of work. Let me tell you, it's been a lot of work, a lot of sacrificed time, a lot of sacrificed sleep. Let me tell you, those 5, 6 a.m. wake-ups are no joke. Every single Monday and Wednesday, waking up at that time with classes, with schoolwork, with things to do. It's not easy, but we did it. We were consistent. Never missed an episode, never had to cancel a show. I do remember there was one point where the radio station in here was down, and we had to go into 91.5 for another episode. But we almost thought we weren't going to have a show that day, but we made sure we did. That's just a cool little memory I had of the show. But the show's been fun. I'm going to miss it. It's been the highlight of my life, other than, of course, a few recent happenings. If you know, you know. It's been the highlight of my life the last couple of years, School's been difficult. College, obviously, is a difficult task, and nobody says it's easy. But being able to rely on talking about sports and putting together something that's ours, that's been pretty cool, as Carlito would say, the past couple of years. So it sucks to say goodbye to the show because it's been so fun and just kind of reminiscing and, knowing that we'll never wake up at 5 o'clock again to come into this studio and do some Card Guys talk and talk about sports, do the 3 stars, enjoy a nice line in Kugels. So, it's tough just thinking about it, and I'm just kind of yapping now. So I'll realize that, and just want to thank all the people. Thank you all for, the love, the support, sticking with us. And just thank you for everything on your guys' end. Thank you guys for dealing with me, and for just being here and talking sports. It's been a dream. It's been great, and wouldn't trade it for the world. But that's all I gotta say.
Yes, sir, Ant.
All right, Ryan.
All right, Ryan.
Oh boy, it's my turn. I wrote this. I actually written something. I finished this at 1:30 a.m. this morning, so bear with me. This might sound a little worse for wear because of my tiredness. So here we go. I'm going to move my microphone like this so I could read it. All right, hope you guys can hear me. Card Guys, a show about 3 doofuses talking about sports, more specifically Detroit sports. We've come to your homes for the past year and a half every Monday and Wednesday, ranging around 2 p.m., 1 p.m., and 11 a.m. But do you guys really know the origin story? Let me tell you. In June of 2023, I went to a Pistons draft party with my dad and friend of the show, there you go, you wanted to be called that, Andrew Donnelly. I posted on our CMU community Snapchat story, "Who's here?" One person added me. His name was Anthony Schulte. I added him back, and the first thing... And I added it back, and the first thing he asked me was, "You're a Pistons fan too?" I exclaimed, "Yes!" From that moment on, a friendship was born. In August of 2023, I went to a Lions game with friends of the show, Calvin Custins. I mean, she's not really a friend of the show anymore. Jessica Reinhart, and he's a friend of the show. And he's a friend of the show, at least from me, Ben Marcus. It was then and there where I met Anthony live and in living color. And
I don't know why I'm laughing so much.
In September 2023, he asked me, "Do you want to start a radio show together?" I said, "Of course." And it was then where we got in contact with then head of the radio sports department, now writer for the Las Vegas Raiders on Sports Illustrated, Michael France.
Cool.
And we came... Francie. Shout out Michael France. I saw him at a Red Wings game. He was against the Penguins. We beat him. And we came up with the idea for a possible show. We wanted 2 shows. One about the state of Detroit sports and sports cards, and the other was about the Detroit Pistons. Because we both still are pretty big Pistons fans. Our first show was a flop. We talked about football for 45 minutes with Calvin Custins, who's now succeeding as a head student recruiting director for CMU football. He is killing it, by the way. He deserves all the flowers, and he's a hard worker. Probably the hardest working person I know, by the way. We had no idea what we were talking about. We didn't have any of our iconic segments such as the picks, trivia, by the numbers, and even 3 stars. We kept chugging along, chubbing. Chubbs. Later in the first family inside joke. Later in the first semester of 2023, I met Michael Rosenkranz, a transfer student from Oakland Community College, also trying to get his foot in the door with CMU Broadcasting and Athletics. He didn't become a full-time card guy until November 20th, 2023, which ironically is his birthday. And ever since that day, Card Guys hasn't changed a bit. We added new elements to our product, including a video and graphics package, more segments like trivia, 3 stars, and everyone's favorite, and not my favorite to do, by the numbers.
By the numbers.
We've had amazing guests like Isaac Haffenden, Doug Mobley, Calvin Custance, Dan Miller, Johnny Kane, Omari Sankofa, and many more. We haven't missed a Monday or Wednesday since December of 2023 until now. Throughout this project, there are many people we would like to thank. The first group of people we would like to thank is the CMU Broadcasting Department. Thank you to Jim Bilella for being such a good leader and encouraging others to go after their passion in the broadcasting world. Thank you to the two heads of the sports radio program during our time on the air, Joseph Korzeniewski and Michael France, for putting up with our crap and letting us speak our minds like we're 70-year-old geezers. Thank you to the many broadcasting teachers we've had here at CMU, because without you guys, we wouldn't know how to put on a show every Monday and Wednesday morning. Oh, boy, here we go.
Yep, that's right, yep.
And now some personal thank yous. Something I'm trying to get better at in 2025 is gratitude. There's one thing I never took for granted until now, and that was my support system. So this is my way of saying thank you, and I appreciate you using our platform. Also, apologies if I tear up at some point during the speech. First, I want to thank all the teachers and professors I've had here in the past year at college or back at home at Fraser. Those names include, these are not all of them, Kevin Campbell, Michael Potter, Kristen Weber, Jody Price, Trevor Deal, Lori Boyle, Rachel Sternquist, Megan Schaaf, Jim Rogers, Nicholas Charland, Athena Kovalchek, Jim Flanagan, Amy Cook, Sheldon Santa Maria, Luke Woods, Sarah Loveridge, and many more. You guys have helped me become a man that I never thought I would become today. You guys discovered things I could never find in myself. You guys taught me discipline, work ethic, the importance of deadlines and leadership through student council, performing arts, broadcasting, public speaking, and leading in a classroom. I cannot thank you all for the support you have given me through my 15 hard-working years as a student, and the knowledge you have given me as a student will be lessons I pass down to my own students in the future. Now I want to thank my friends for putting up with me. For the card guys here at CMU to the F-Pack back at home, thank you for putting up with me. Whether we're still connected in some way or sort, or whether we grew apart through adulthood and the busyness of life, I just want to say that your impact on my life is bar none. I see the wonderful things you've done to your community from afar, and all I have to say is I am so unbelievably proud of each and every single one of you. Whether I don't like you or not, I feel so honored to be a part of your life in some way, shape, or form. Next, my family. Papa, Grammy, because we're calling you that now, Grandma, wee Papa, Joyce, Uncle Mike, Aunt Cassie, Uncle Craig, Aunt Kaylee, Uncle Scott, and my 6 favorite people on earth, my cousins. That includes Calvin, Cameron, Cormac, Ramona, Bet, and Lois. I am so honored God made me a part of your families, parentheses, IES, parentheses. There are times where I see different family events on our calendar, and most of the time I cannot make it due to the busyness of life. But I try my best to support our family from afar every day. The love that is outpoured every time I enter the condo, the Petoskey house, the Traverse City house, and the houses on Forest View is unmatched. From the many Lions games to the many sleepovers and Christmases hosted at grandparents' houses, there's one thing I take away from it all. When you're with your family, you just never want to leave because they mean so much to you. And I believe that. Thank you for being the light that guides me. Thank you for being the fork that feeds me. And thank you for being the hand that picks me up when I'm down. Thank you to these two, Anthony and Michael. Anthony, you and I were drawn together by the grace of God. There is no way 2 Pistons, Tigers, Lions, and WWE fans just bump into each other. I believe our friendship is bonded through Christ alone, and I cannot thank you enough for the memories we have so far in our friendship. And I cannot wait to live with you and Isaac and Laney.
Yes.
Michael.
Love you, babe.
Michael, we became friends on our way back home from a Ferris State from broadcasting a CMU club hockey game. Since then, you have become a vital part of my life. Through the random quotes we dropped during Suplex City. Through the random quotes we drop during or after the show, or the random crap talking we do about the Red Wings. Thank you for being one of my best friends. You're going to be a great broadcaster someday. You have the right tools to become something great. Now, as you always say, go out and be great. And finally, oh boy, I want to thank my parents, Kate and Andrew Donnelly. When I made the tough decision about a year ago to switch my major to education, they were there to support me every step of the way. As retired educators for 26 years themselves, they understand the hardships of what it was like to become a teacher. With their help, I can be the best possible teacher I could be. They understand feelings, They understand people. And they understand the true meaning of Christ, which I take to school with me every day. I don't say love you, Mom and Dad, at the end of the show just to give you a shout out. I say it because you have given me unconditional support for the past 20 years of my life, and I cannot be the man I am today without you guys. And I want to let you know that I work every day. I work hard every day in school, in life, and in Christ because those are the lessons you taught me as a kid. And even though sometimes it doesn't translate on paper, I really do work hard. I really do.
I can attest to that.
Tireless hours, working at school, and I work hard because those are the lessons you really did taught me. Thank you for the many memories, vacations, Tigers and Pistons game you took me to, the many Coop chicken tenders shared between us at LCA, the many Irma's runs, the many Red Robin trips. Through the frustrating and through the good, you two have always stood by my side since the day I was born. Most people don't have that kind of support, and I'm grateful that I have you too. So thank you for everything that you've done for my life, and I really do appreciate that. I leave you with this. There's a song I listen to every morning before the show or when I go to class. That song is called Center by Bethel Worship. In that song, there's a lyric that I carry with me every day everywhere I go, and that lyric is, if my days tell a story, let it be for you only, everything for the honor of your name. This holds true to me because whatever stories I tell, whatever trials and tribulations I go through in my life, whether it's my academics or the show, or every extracurriculars I do, including the golf team next year, I always glorify my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Everything I do is for the glory of God. The semester has been tough. As you guys can see, we're pretty burnt out and tired.
Yep.
But for me, Christ has helped me throughout the school year, and I can officially say that because of his guidance, I can officially say that I have the best grades I've ever had for any semester I've had in any schooling. Throughout him and through his guidance, and just through the hard work, he has guided me towards the best grades I've ever had, over a 3.3 GPA. He has put a hand on all my problems and wiped it away with all my fear for the future. He is a person I rely on every day. And when my life is over and my life turns into a book, he is the author. Thank you, Lord, for your everlasting love. And finally, thank you all for the past year and a half of memories. This is coming off the dome. Thank you so much for the past year and a half. I have people texting me every day of all the things that they love watching this show. I'm not going to shout out everybody, but I have so many people that ride in their cars, that go on their way to work to listen to this show. I even had a person come up to me at work asking if I was a part of Cart Guys Detroit Sports Talk. True story. Sports Chalk. Detroit Sports Talk. So this show means a lot to me. It sucks that we have to end this, but the memories that I have with both Anthony and Michael and Isaac and Doug and whoever else, bar none, and the impact that we've had on your lives has been incredible. So whether you listen to us when the show drops, whether you listen to us on the way to work or on the way to school, whether you listen to us in your dorm room or in your house, just know we thank you so much for your unconditional support and love through the past year and a half. And it sucks that we have to go, but I think right now, with Michael becoming a senior and Anthony and I moving on with our individual careers, I think now is the perfect time to end this. And if I could, I would like to pray over this. I don't know if this is allowed. Sorry, FCC, but I was thinking about this yesterday, but I want to pray over this show because I feel like the main power through this is through Christ. So I think a prayer is most appropriate. So if you could, at home, whether you're joining us at home or whether you're listening to us live on air, join us in prayer. Father, we thank you so much for this day that you've given us. Thank you so much for the 101 constant wake-ups at 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning, Lord. Thank you for your guidance throughout this show. Thank you for the year and a half of constant memories. Thank you to the support. Thank you to our families, the Schulte, the Rosenkranz, and the Donnelly family, for giving us support through this past year and a half. Thank you to Central Michigan University for giving us a home and giving us a platform for us to learn and become better and strive in your name, and for us to have careers and guidance throughout your name. Thank you so much for every day that you've given us, through the weather that we don't really agree with, through the trials and through the tribulations and through the stress that is given through us. Your guidance has helped us all throughout this very difficult time, which is finals week. Thank you so much for allowing us to talk about our teams, the Pistons, the Tigers, the Lions, and unfortunately the Red Wings. They have given us a resource of happiness, comfort, and an escape from reality. Thank you for giving us that. And please help the ones that are struggling through finals, who don't have a support system, and please just put a hand on their shoulder and just tell them that you're there for them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Well, how does it get any better than that?
No, I don't think it does.
Get any better than that?
Well, don't really know where to go from here. Don't want it to end. Don't want it to just don't want it to end. But
I don't either.
Beautiful words by you boys right there.
Awesome.
Great little send-off by you, Ryan. I know you're up late working on that.
Man, yeah.
You text me at like 3 a.m. saying, hey, I might not be open.
Yeah, dude. Listen, not only did I have to do that speech, I had to do an assignment for Boyle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I didn't finish it because it's due next Wednesday, so I had to get started.
You got time.
I have plenty of time.
You got time.
I'm good.
All right, well, that is all we have for today's show. That's all we have for the show in general. Thank you for tuning in to Card Guys Season 4, Episode 28.
What are we talking about next week?
On 101.1 The Beat and YouTube. Thank you again for all the support, time, and love over the last few years. We're going to miss it. We know you guys are going to miss it. It's going to be tough not having this show around, but we'll have some episodes in the future. Hopefully.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Here's to hoping. For my good buddies, Ryan Donnelly and Michael Rosenkranz, I'm Anthony Schulte saying one last time, so long, everybody.
Love you, Mom and Dad, and I mean it. Thank you so much for your unconditional support, and I will see you next Thursday.
I love you, Mom, Dad, Jason, Eric, Grandma. Your support means the world to me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, for your unconditional love, support. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you.
I love you, Mom and Dad. Thank you for everything you've done for me in watching this show. Grandma, Grandpa, all my family. I love you, Lainey. Everybody that supported me through this, been there with me through this, been there with us through this.
And also thank you to my grandparents who watch this show every day and send me a heart every time this show, after they finish the show. I really do.
Same with
I always look forward to that. Great show, Rye. Or love you, Rye. That means a lot to me.
Same with my grandma. Thank you so much.
If you smell! Hold on. What the rock is cooking!
See you, folks. Happy summer.
See ya.